Evening, guys. How we doing? Zico Sud Phoenix here. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know the the torrid heat didn't last for too long, and always knew that when we have such heat, it always gets overridden by immense torrential rain. There was even lightning popping and sounding like flipping bombs were going off. But yeah, it was nuts, man. But hey, God is God, eh? But I know in a lot of cases, especially with this whole climate change and weather manipulation, man is trying to play God, but man can never be God. There's only one God, and He's supreme, and He's the creator, and nothing happens without His consent or His approval. Yes? So all of you who are trying to play God, stop it. You'll only be to your own detriment. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this thing about Hatun getting attacked in Speaker's Corner. Yeah, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. On decent terms with Hatun, and I've tried to, one as a fellow believer. Okay, look, from my perspective, I don't think you should go back this way or that way. She's probably got a cause or whatever. She does seem to know quite a bit about Islam from a cultural perspective, as well as what she's read. Her being from Turkey, I'm sure she has quite an experience. But nonetheless, I don't believe in the whole controversial spiel. For me, if you're gonna come to a place like Speaker's Corner, at least go down in a way fighting for the solid word. I don't believe in all the left and right scheming and all this. For me, Charlie Hebdo and all that stuff, that's got nothing to do with the gospel and salvation. It's got nothing to do with that. You come with the message of love, you come with the message of peace. If you look at the apostles, in the back in the days, what did they do? They came with love everywhere they went. It was all about relativity, being relatable, meeting people halfway, enjoying other people's culture. This is why culture and all that is important. I don't believe in those people who just say, oh, you should just throw culture to the side and just, bury your head in on the ground. Culture is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong, there's some things that are deadly and devilish and ungodly, and I say to hell with them. And especially as an African, as a black person, that's been both around naturalized Africans and African diaspora. There have been many people who have bought into the thing of just falling for anything, all in the name of being cultural or getting back to the roots. And for me, that's a big trick of the evil one. So I'm not really feeling that. But it's about being relatable. It's about meeting people at the point of their need, being empathetic. Having some cultural acceptance, cultural humility. For me, that's what it is about, showing the love. If you look at it, the only people that had a grievance with the servants of God were the wicked rulers. They are the people who had a problem, and a lot of them, The word pricked them. I'm sure some of them after a while probably changed. I'm sure some of them didn't. But that's to be expected. But this is what we are about. This is what we're about. The message first, love first. This is why God sent, Christ, because of love. If you don't have love, if you don't have compassion, then I'm sorry. All that you're doing is null and void. So I said I've had a talk with a lot of the DCCI people or people who move in that circle, and I have been knocked back quite a bit and blasted on. I don't think it's very fair, but hey, if that's what people want to do, that's cool. Me, I believe in a rapport, especially somebody who's, I'm trained in, different professional services. Rapport is very, very important. Striking that chord, minimizing conflict, having some sort of an understanding with people, communicating. These are the things that we should establish. These are the things that we should work on. Because if anything happens now to you, who's going to stand there for you? If anything is put out of your control, who's going to be there for you? It's going to be the people who you seek to gel with. It's going to be the people who you strike a chord with. It's the people that can relate to you and you relate to them. It's the people that acknowledge your empathy, your love, your kindness, your patience, your goodness, your righteousness. These are the people that will stand for you in the day of need. And I'm happy that I've been graced to, be a recipient of that. And you got to keep it at least 100. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it fully in the hundreds, man. And Speaker's Corner itself is a very dangerous place. People have said it many a time. Yeah, we can go on camera, have all the laughs and treat it like a social ground for, consistent, what do you call it, roster of known names. But when those, when the villains pull up, the curtains have to shut, the lights have to go out, and reality kicks in. People have said it a few times. Oh, I don't want to go down there. Oh, because this might happen or that might happen. And now it makes sense. Yeah, all the more. It's very easy to take these sort of things with levity and be like, what the hell? It's not going to happen. Let's just keep doing our la-di-da. But no, anything can happen at any time. People see you all the time on video, and there's some very, very wacky and delirious people out there who have no rationale. You think you're crazy, you think you're violent. Just wait till you meet somebody else who's really, really possessed or whatever. All they need to do is just see your face, and those demons will just send them on a mission to just destroy your life or the life of people around you. And that's what demons do. They, really, really, really make sure that that they leave fear in people's hearts. Fear to go here, fear to go there. Oh, okay, people want to go to Speaker's Corner to preach, righteousness and, salvation. Okay, I'll make them scared. I'll make them always be looking round. But we're not given a spirit of fear. We're given a spirit of courage. We're given a spirit of God Himself in all His essence. We're given the sword of the Spirit and the shield of faith and the whole armor of God. So please, people, keep doing what you're doing. But whoever that person is, justice is coming for you. And anybody in future who believes that they can do this sort of thing and get away with it, justice is coming your way. Hard, hard, hard. Yeah? Justice is coming your way hard. I don't care whether it's in Speaker's Corner. I don't care if it's on the street. Justice is coming your way hard. All you people that live by the sword, all you people that go out there looking for trouble, looking for people's problems, you don't have any respite. You always want to aggrieve somebody else. You know, you want to live selfishly, but you never want to own up to something. You never want to own up to your mistakes. You never want to take responsibility for the mistakes you make, for the grief you cause other people. Karma's coming for you, man. Stop it and change your ways. Change your ways, man. What we need is spiritual maturity, physical maturity. For me, I've noticed that we in the West, we're very spoilt. And things are not going to change until we stop acting like spoilt kids, acting like spoilt babies. We can have all the good knowledge we like. We can have all the good teachings and good interpretations and whatever. But until we relieve ourselves of our Western privilege, to whatever degree that might be, and our easement and our comfortability, our attitude is never going to change. Our behavior is never going to change. You know, you look at a lot of other countries. They know probably about, a third of what we know in terms of religious knowledge, anything, you name it. But you see the content of their character is different. And the ones that their character is not the best, it's just probably that they're misunderstood, because probably they don't have the social or economic education that we have, so they're a bit brash. But if they had the sort of refinement that we have been blessed with in the West, you'll see there'll be a different people. But as I said, we've been blessed with too much privilege, and any information we have, we don't use it the right way. So we'll be fed all the righteous gospel, all, everything, all the tenets, everything we need to know, but we still carry on in our same malfeasance, because we're too comfortable, and the factors around us make us just spiritually comfortable, and then we're like, what, I can do that, the Most High will forgive me, and then just, hey, whatever, go back to whatever I'm doing. In other countries, they don't have that sort of liberty. Any little thing, that fear of God is there. You understand? We've got too much to play around with. We've got just too much to exacerbate, and we have to change that. As I said, there's others out there in other countries who do not know even probably a third of what we know. But the little information that they have about God, they use it to fear Him with all their heart. The little knowledge they have of God, is more powerful than a lot of all we know, say, down here. We've become so bigoted and ego boosted by what we know. And, what we see as humility, what we see as goodness, may not even make the mark compared to a lot of other people outside our zone, outside our Western nations. So we have to be humble. Yeah, we may know a lot, but that's not tantamount to growth. We have to do something with it. We have to go back to that simple faith that fundamental, and we got to love each other. Each person is a person still. It doesn't matter if they're Muslim, Christian, Sikh, even agnostic, Hindu, Sikh, Taoist. The only people I can't really rock with are people who outrightly worship the devil, and they know that they're doing it and they want to do it. I'm sorry, man. Me and you, we can't rock together. Even in the word, it says you can't, you shouldn't even be around such people. But you can pray for them. You can beg God to have mercy upon them and to use His Spirit to, change their lives and, flush out and destroy those evil demons. You can't be in the dwelling of diviners and all sorts of evil people. But if your heart is on righteousness and your heart is focused and you do want the Most High, and you or just plain you just want to be a good human being, we can rock with that. And we just want to pray for everybody, and just make sure that everybody's on the right path. And that's all I can say, man. So everybody just rock with God. There's no other way. There's no other winning team. Just rock with God, 200%. Give your all. You understand? So do your best and continue to seek for knowledge, righteously, and in meditation, spiritual communication, prayer, ask God for signs, delve deep, and really try and communicate with God, like honestly, speak to people who you feel communicate with God, people who you believe, on that righteous path, and let them sit you down and pray with you and take you as family. Iron sharpens iron, and they will help you to get stronger. But going back to this Hatun thing / Speaker's Corner, Speaker's Corner is not a place you want to joke around with. Nobody's safe in that place. Nobody's safe. I've seen all different types of groups, be victimized in that place. It doesn't matter where you're from or what your background is or your standing is. I've seen every type of person become a potential victim in that place. There's always somebody out there who's ready to be stealth to try and catch you off guard. And as a Christian, we believe in covering ourselves with the blood of Christ and covering ourselves with the whole arm of God and being protected and letting the angels of the Most High encamp around us. So I pray that the angels of God will encamp around Speaker's Corner and allow peace to reign and love to reign. And even in the hearts of the people who we do recognize and, we don't think are reckless or whatever, for God to just reign in their hearts and give them that love that will allow them to, be loving and patient and kind and willing to, love the other people there as themselves. You understand? Let us just get on good grounds with each other as a people, because at the end of the day, when we leave Speaker's Corner, we're all going back to the same neighborhoods. We might even see each other. We're all facing the same thing and we're all fighting the powers that be. So we all need to fight alongside each other, because whether we like it or not, the powers that be, they see us as all the same. Yeah? Especially those of us who are minorities. Yeah. But, God bless everyone.